Betsey Johnson fashion show can seem a bit like a three-ring circus.
Hi!
With as much action behind the scenes as there is on the runway.
Wow! Look how big it is! Wow. Can you believe it?
There are DJs, celebrities like Blondie's Deborah Harry.
Debbie.
Hand-drawn art by the designer herself.
Betsey's beauties.
Oh, and lots of hugs. Every show concludes with Johnson's signature move, a cartwheel on the runway. It's no small feat for the 74-year-old designer who has hinted that this show may be her last.
Really, your last show?
Yes, I'm a little over the formula, up and down the runway. It's not my last something.
And Betsey Johnson has done something in the fashion world for more than 50 years. Since the 1960s, the maniacally free-spirited New York designer's clothes have been the uniform for folks that don't want to look like everyone else. Back then, the Velvet Underground rocked her clothes. These days, she dresses the likes of reality TV star Kelly Osbourne.
I wouldn't be able to be me without Betsey.
In 2015, the Council of Fashion Designers of America recognized Johnson with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest girl on the face of the earth.
But accolades have never meant much to Johnson. She just wanted to see her clothes worn.
I never wanted to be on a pedestal. I wanted my clothes affordable,
Fabulous.
and fun.
Gorgeous.
I only knew about what I wanted, so I was just hoping there were more girls on Earth that were kind of like me, so that they would relate. Because the best thing is you look across the street and you see a girl in your dress with your bag and you go, oh my God. And you don't know her.
Oh my God.
Girls like Elizabeth DeLulo.
She's like my inspiration with fashion and just life, and no matter how old you could get, you still could be youthful, you could still be fun.
She was among the hundreds who turned out to meet the designer, promoting her children's line of clothing at Lord & Taylor at the King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania. As a child herself, Johnson didn't know she wanted to be a designer. She studied ballet and dance before graduating with honors from Syracuse University.
I never studied fashion design, It was the one thing I really knew how to do.
She might not have studied fashion, but she was drawn to it. At 21, she won a contest to become guest editor for Mademoiselle magazine in New York City, following the likes of Sylvia Plath and Candice Bergen.
They picked 20 girls out of America, either 10 art talented, 10 literary. I obviously got into the art side. So I won that, I got to New York, and after that I just loved fashion.
And she fell in love with New York City, where she was creating looks for models like Twiggy by day and hanging out with the in crowd at legendary nightclub Max's Kansas City at night. Within 10 years, she had her own label.
Do you think of yourself as a businesswoman?
I learned right away which kids graduate from design school, and they never learn. You're only as good as your last sale.
Briefly married 3 times, she raised her daughter Lulu as a single, working mother.
When I was little and I would have friends come over for a play date, before I'd open the door, I'd go, okay, just don't be scared, but it's a little different than your average house. And it was either a loft that we could roller skate in, or it was, chartreuse green or the Betsey pink. So I was definitely kind of embarrassed of my surroundings and environment.
Lulu was there as her mother made a name for herself. And she was there when the unthinkable happened.
One day I wake up, my left boob is gone, literally.
Right.
It deflated.
It deflated and leaked.
Overnight. It leaked into my body. I was like, wait a minute.
One of the breast implants Johnson had gotten a decade earlier had malfunctioned.
Then I went right away to this check and that check, and you know something's up when you have your mammogram and your sonogram and they don't let you go home.
Her doctors detected breast cancer. Scared, Johnson told no one except Lulu.
Just didn't want to deal with it every day. I was having my radiation 8 a.m. every morning at Cornell.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone
Yeah.
Cornell. I didn't tell anyone but Lulu. And I made her.
Right. Sworn to
Because
secrecy.
I thought my business would be ruined.
But breast cancer didn't ruin her business. It took the economic downturn of 2008 to do that. Devastated, Johnson declared bankruptcy.
If I hadn't had Lulu, I wouldn't be alive.
Her friend and legendary shoe designer Steve Madden stepped in to save the company, and Johnson stayed on as creative director.
It's so fun to look back on something that you thought was so horrible, and that thing of, it'll all work out in the end. If it isn't worked out, it ain't the end.
After a lifetime in fashion, Johnson has broadened her horizons. Today, she's just as likely to be known for her dance moves on Dancing with the Stars as she is for her turns on the runway.
I like watching her on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, I love her so much. She's my idol. I think she's a great person to look up to.
Recently, this consummate New Yorker
These are really good. They're baby tangerines.
left the Big Apple to live with her daughter and grandkids in California.
Hey, that's a round off.
But whatever coast she's on, she knows people across the country are wearing her creations. And for that, she counts her lucky stars.
I've been lucky. I think it takes killer hard work, talent, but for me, at everything, I think, oh, that was lucky. Luck. Won the contest, that was luck. The cancer with the implant in the boob, that was luck. I only had Lulu, and that was luck. And then she has 2 kids, that was luck. And to me, it's just a lot of good luck and the talent and the work. But the luck, for me, has been the most important. Round and split.